What's going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything, or everything, I should say. Keeping it more in a Miami dialect. Have a pretty big question here from one of my old clients, Aaron. He moved away. He started getting some. Once he's a CrossFitter, and he was doing stuff for strength training with me before he left, and he went back to Texas for a while, and he's asking me a pretty in-depth question. I'll be honest with you, motherfucker. This question is like 1,000 questions in one. Because I'm in a good mood, I'll answer this shit. But let's try to clump it up together so that I can answer the question and also help other people that might be doing the same thing. So he's doing a block training, as he says here. He's doing a block scheduling, or block 3 to 6 weeks of block of training for strength and stuff. He has a shoulder injury, so most of his stuff is leg related. He's not really pressing at all. So week 1 he does 10-10-10s, then 2 10-8-6, then week 3 8-6-4s, and 5-5-5s, 5-3-1s, and then week 6 he does metcons. So metabolic conditioning for people that don't speak CrossFitian. So he's asking here, should he alternate between squats? Should he increase volume? And if he trains in the morning, can he continue to do metabolic conditioning in the afternoons to complement the strength? That's pretty much the gist of it. There's probably a little bit more in depth to it, but I can really answer this question pretty easily. I don't believe in block training. I don't believe in that. I think that you should find a program that's all year round, always. Unless you're peaking for a particular show, unless you're gearing yourself up for something, there is no reason why you should block train, in my opinion. I don't see the benefit of it, because all you're doing is taking your body to massive amounts of work to get to what? So that you can come back down and back up. And then a lot of block training consists of training a particular movement, and then you move on to another movement, and then another movement, and then you just deteriorate the other one while some grow stronger. I think you should find a strength and conditioning program that is constant and varying constantly with, as far as your numbers and percentages, conjugate system, all that good stuff. I think is a big deal. That's that on that aspect. But since you are doing this, let's try to answer your question now. Should you alternate between different core lifts and legs and stuff like that? Yeah, I think you should really alternate from front squats to back squat. Definitely, especially in a sport like CrossFit, you should definitely alternate them. You should probably do it within different days. I think you should front squat just as much, if not maybe a little bit more for reps, and use your back squat for heavy lifting, because I think it's a huge deal with that. Your rep scheme sounds easy. You don't have to necessarily increase volume. I think that, again, this goes back to another video I made about sticking to a fucking program. Stick to it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to alternate it. Stick with it. Don't add anything else. You're already doing a lot of volume as is with all these 5-5-5s and power cleans and deadlifts and stuff. I personally believe that you shouldn't do this much repetition or volume work for too long. So I guess it's kind of important that it decreases. But I would alternate it between heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, light, or high reps, low reps as far as weeks are concerned. I think that you're absolutely fine as far as doing a couple days a week, doing metabolic conditioning in the afternoons. Absolutely. Especially the day when you're doing something like power cleans or more of Olympic movements where your body's not completely gassed out because you're not going too crazy and you're using more momentum and power and Olympic lifts, that you might have some left in the tank. A day like where you do heavy back squats or front squats or deadlifts, I wouldn't advise it. I think you should probably let your body rest. And you should probably start decreasing your metabolic conditioning as far as total volume as you get into the 5-3-1. As you notice, if it's 5-3-1 in week 5 and 4, you're starting to increase your weight, you should probably rest more often and then continue the metabolic condition as far as that's concerned. Long as I'm recovering. Well, yeah, if you should continue to increase volume and stuff like that, yeah, and increase in the afternoons if you're feeling good, yes. It's very simple. As long as you're making gains, you probably shouldn't fuck with what's going on. So if you're getting stronger with whatever program you're doing, then I think you're absolutely onto something. I have no idea where you got this program or this strength and conditioning. I really don't know to tell you if it's going to work for you. Do I think, in my opinion, I don't. It just looks like you're just lifting a lot and then get lighter as the week goes down. Unless you're getting ready for a show or a competition, I don't see the point of why you would block train in the first place. I don't see the value in it. I think you can derive a good program from this where you can go high volume one week and then heavy the next week and then again rinse and repeat. But if you're going to stick to this program, I would probably just, as things get heavier and you go less reps for more weight, you'd probably need to rest more and do less metabolic conditioning. And at the beginning weeks where you're doing a lot of volume training, a lot of repetition work, I think your body would be able to go ahead and do some metcons in the afternoon. So I hope this helps people out there. They're sticking to a block training. I don't really follow it. It's not my thing. But yes, as long as you're increasing volume and you're feeling good, then you should be fine. So I hope this video helps you out and answering your questions as far as what you should continue to alternate or stick to certain programs and volumes. So keep training. And again, dude, if you're not seeing any, if you're seeing gains from it, then stick with it. But I think something that you're only doing for 6 weeks, it's pretty hard to see some gains. You're gonna probably see a lot of fatigue. So make sure you're eating right, that you're really drinking a lot of water and recovering correctly, getting your creatine in there, your supplements. All this heavy volume training is pretty heavy on the body when you're not used to it, especially if you're not gonna alternate between pressing and power cleaning. So I'd probably be resting more than just 1 day a week. Because see here, you're training about 5-6 days a week. I'd probably rest about 2 to 3 days a week if you're gonna put your body through so much stress. So hope this helps out, brother, and good luck with all this stuff. Cheers.